Senior Fellow and Director at the Federation of American Scientists, Adam Mount. Adam, with a welcome back to you. I know that last week you wrote a piece in The Atlantic, and it was titled, "North Korea is not denuclearizing." Look, things have changed, but are you looking back to 2006 when North Korea totally violated the moratorium on the 1999 agreement to launch missiles? Is that something you point to as, hey, this could happen again?
Yeah, that is a good historical analog. And another is the 2012 Leap Day Agreement, where they promised a moratorium on missile tests and then proceeded to announce one a month later. Then that deal fell apart. We should expect and be wary of North Korean intentions, expect them to defect on promises that they've made. Don't trust them more than an inch.
What about Reuters quoting a U.S. intelligence official saying they can't even be sure the test site isn't operational? I mean, how quickly could North Korea get the nuclear program up and running again?
Well, the nuclear program is currently up and running. That test site is operational as far as we know. There are tunnels that go into neighboring mountains that they could test at a moment's notice. So the first priority for Donald Trump will really be to take these voluntary steps that Kim Jong Un has proposed. It's a leaky and loose-fitting cap, turn it into a hard cap. That's the first priority, to cover more missiles, to really pin down what he means by a nuclear test freeze, and then to progressively screw that cap on tighter until there's little room left underneath it. We can't expect them to say, for example, sure, pull the ships in, we've got everything packed up and we'll hand it over, which is literally what John Bolton has said he expects.
Look, the president has said it's different this time. Do you feel that it is different this time? I mean, how do you expect the president to handle this meeting coming up, and will he do it well?
Well, one of the things that's different this time is the active engagement of South Korea and the fact that North Korea has now crossed this ICBM threshold, where they are really on the cusp of being able to deliver a nuclear weapon to the continental United States. So that raises the stakes. Moon Jae-in has spelled out a vision of peaceful coexistence with North Korea. That's the right vision. It's a foundation that Donald Trump can build upon. It's not clear that he will choose to do so. He may decide that he prefers war to managing this problem. But the rule he should follow is, do not walk away from the negotiating table without a deal that can make Americans safer, and a cap would do that.
Look, mixed opinions on how much credit this president deserves in terms of where things are in this particular breakthrough, much of it, by the way, on long party lines. Can you objectively gauge whether he deserves the credit and how much?
Well, it's clear that presidential attention has shaken things loose on the North Korea issue. It's not clear to me that it's gotten Kim Jong Un to the point where he's ready to give up his nuclear weapons. In fact, as you say, I'm highly skeptical of that. We should also note that Donald Trump has not managed this process very well. He's allowed the negotiations to split into two separate tracks, with South Korea and with the United States. And it looks like Kim Jong Un is now exploiting that difference to try to split the allies. And that really risks redrawing the political map of Northeast Asia, splitting us from our ally and making them less safe over the long run.
Very interesting.
Even if things have changed, it's not, we're not out of the woods yet. There's huge risk here.
Adam Mount, always good to talk with you. Many thanks.